What's going on, Disney fans? Welcome back to a brand new video. It's a bit of a tough one how to describe on this video. Obviously, this channel is like content of like constantly like Disney like relating stuff and what have you. But something was brought to my attention. It hasn't happened recently. It's been happening like quite some back. Like putting the whole like the pandemic like aside and stuff like that. Back in 2012. There was a lot of talks about having like a resort like built in Kent, and I had my hopes up of is it going to be like a Disney in England as well, because back in the late 80s there was supposed to be like a Disney resort, and unfortunately the funding didn't go to plan, and hence why the project went to Paris back in 1991, when it was officially like, opened in 1992, hence Disneyland Paris, or if you want Euro Disney. Pretty debatable, but majority of people like think of it as Disneyland Paris, and yeah, I think of it as Disneyland Paris because that's the advertisement and stuff in it. So anyway, back to this. The project is currently called the London Resort, but when it comes to like the description and stuff like that, sure, do you think these sort of people have their limits and stuff? I mean, obviously, people go over the top with like descriptions and stuff like that, but they sort of like described it as the UK Disneyland, and it's a bit of a brave move, to be honest with you, and it's kind of like pushing it like as well, like pushing their luck and stuff like that, because with like Disneyland, it's really like the most big like iconic like thing. It's the absolute like real deal and stuff like that, but I just don't really approve of like how they kind of like describing it and stuff like that. Some people are like, yeah, it does actually, don't it? But when it comes to like people who are like passionate about the Disney scene and all of it, it can kind of like upset people, and it can be a bit of a silly move if it catches like unwanted attention as well. So this is the kind of thing what people should be like aware about when they're involved with the project. So I think they should like put this aside and just like say like it is like our future result, just like that. And obviously it's going to be like a huge rivalry like between like Disneyland Paris and whatever resort's going to be called. And I know that the UK have left like the EU and whatnot, but this was like before the UK left the EU. It was basically like it would basically be like a rivalry, like comparing like to the two, like being in Europe and stuff like that. I'm not going to get all like political and stuff like that. That's not what the channel's all about. And the reason why the London resort is totally like irrelevant to Disney, despite some idiot like described it as the UK Disneyland, it's because Paranormal Pictures have been like in talks like with London resort, and there's going to be like inspiration like from like stuff like from the BBC, like Doctor Who, Sherlock Holmes and whatnot, ITV. I don't watch much of like ITV or BBC and whatnot. Don't judge. But I think that's a bit of like a weird like combination and stuff. Like when you see like Disneyland as an example, like everything is like Disney related. I mean, obviously people are going to be all controversial, like with Star Wars and Marvel Comics and whatnot, but that was a legitimate. George Lucas gave it like to Disney, so that is the entire different like ball game and stuff like that. Do I think it'll go to plan? It's a tough one to call, because it was meant to be like achieved like around 2022, but obviously with the pandemic and stuff like that, it's gone like as a hold and what have you. I just can't get around my head about why it's called a London Resort when it's like in Kent, like basically like next door to Blue Water. I just don't see the logic to it. Do you know what I mean? So I'm sorry, but I don't think it'll like be achievable and stuff like that. I mean, it's great that for the people who just live like around the corner and stuff like that, that's like fine and all that. But obviously, people have like their own set of opinions, and only time will tell if it gets achieved and stuff like that. But I can assure you though, I won't be like a cast member there. Okay. But my only issue is like labelling it as UK Disneyland. A lot of people be saying like, Ben, don't make a big deal about it. It is what it is. But when it, like I said, with Disney, it's like the real deal, and I think that's sort of like making fun of it, like being a bit disrespectful and stuff like that. So me going there will totally be like dishonourable, and yeah. Like I said, people are entitled to their own opinions, and what can you do? If it goes like to playing with them, then good for them is what I can simply like say to them. So yeah, I'm going to finish the video from here, guys, and you'll take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now. Sorry, what was that? The Disneyland resorts will always win, I'm afraid.